Welcome to the John Wesley Honors College. We are housed in Goodman, the second floor. A lot of the classrooms on the second floor we use, and then our main offices and faculty are all housed in the second floor here of Goodman. We also have our Epworth House, which is located over toward Married Housing. And basically, Epworth is just for our students to swipe in and use it for homework. We have some of our classes that take place in there as well. There's TVs, and a lot of times it tends to be more like social events that we do in Epworth. So that's kind of where we're located then, the second floor of Goodman, and then we also have our Epworth House. The John Wesley Honors College then is, we have kind of our overarching, I kind of use like an umbrella format. We call it the John Wesley Honors College, and then we have two programs within the John Wesley Honors College. Then we have our John Wesley Scholars Program and our Mary C. Dodd Honors Program. The John Wesley Scholars Program is for incoming freshmen, so those who are just coming right out of high school. Our Mary C. Dodd Program is for transfer students. So those who maybe start Indiana Wesleyan, didn't know about the Honors College but wanted to transfer in, or those students who are coming from other schools, they can come in. And so that's kind of our overarching kind of department there. Within that, the John Wesley Honors College, we have our Mary C. Dodd and our John Wesley Scholars. They're basically essentially majors and minors. So the John Wesley Scholars Program is an honors humanities major. Students do graduate with that on their transcript and everything as a major. Mary C. Dodd is considered a minor program. The John Wesley Honors College was founded in 1998. And I start that out usually with students as a bragging point, because we are actually the oldest honors college in the CCCU, so for the Council for Christian Colleges and Universities. Said we are an honors college as opposed to an honors program. And they are very similar when you start looking at other colleges and universities. They're going to attract highly motivated students who maybe want a challenge in their curriculum, maybe some extra like cultural activities in their curriculum. So they're both very similar in the types of students and kind of what you get out of the programs. The main difference then between an honors college and an honors program is that an honors college has their own faculty. With honors programs around kind of the country, they're going to have faculty from various departments across the campus, whereas with an honors college, like we have our own faculty. So we have 8 to 10 faculty where their primary appointment is to honors students, and that's beneficial to students in a number of ways. They get to know students from their freshman year all the way to their senior year, and so that being said, they also, a huge benefit of the honors college is that they're taking, the classes here are basically a general education replacement curriculum. So world civilization, world literature, all of those courses get replaced by honors curriculum. Our honors curriculum fits with any major or minor on campus, as long as students don't want to triple major and triple minor and do all these other crazy, funky things. For the most part, this will fit with any major or minor on campus, including the Kern program, if students are interested in the 5-year ministry program. So our classes are capped at 15 students. So essentially your honors classes are smaller in student size, 15 students per class, and it's a lot more discussion-based classes. A lot of general education classes are going to be a little bit more lecture style, and then tests, whereas with honors curriculum it tends to be a lot more paper writing, and a lot more oral presentations, group presentations, and a lot of reading of primary texts. So overall, our class sizes in total are about 45 students per class. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we accept 45 students. Right now our class is looking at 44, 45, so we're just about there. We have a couple students we're still working with. But in terms of how you get into the honors college, you first have to be able to be eligible, and you have to abide by one of the following. You have to have a GPA of 3.7 or higher, or be in the top 10% of your class, or have a certain SAT, ACT score. I always forget those. I think it's a 30 or higher for the ACT, and it's a 1980 or higher for the SAT. But it doesn't cost any more to be in the Honors College. It's the same as regular tuition. Once students get all their application materials in, we have our committee that looks over the application, and then if we look over it and everything looks good, we invite you to our interview days. Our interview days, then we have one in January of that year and one in February toward the end of the months. And then those are important because those are for our top scholarships. The big thing with the Honors College this year is that if you get admitted into the Honors College, you get a scholarship. So everyone who gets into the Honors College at least gets $1,000 per year, so a $4,000 scholarship. The top 3 scholarships, we have 2 that are $2,500 per year, or $10,000 total. And then we have 1 scholarship that is $5,000 per year, or $20,000 total. I get a lot of questions about, is it really hard? Is it harder than the Honors College, harder than what you would experience? And I always tell students when they ask that, it depends on what you're used to in your high school experience. Some students come in and they might struggle a little bit just because generally college is different than what they're used to. And so, some students might struggle a little bit, some students, it's not really any harder. It's just a different kind of work. If you're used to doing more discussion-based classes, if you're used to, kind of learning off of others' ideas and listening, that's the kind of students that really thrive in the Honors College, is wanting to learn, having a humility to be able to talk around, some really big ideas with other people. And this is a community that really does take it to heart to figure out what does it look like to glorify God with our minds. And that's something that I think is kind of a thread throughout the 4 years of the Honors College. When you ask current students, and I was an alum, I graduated in 2011 from Medina Wesleyan in the Honors College, and people ask, what your favorite thing is about the Honors College, and usually it's the community. And I think that stems from a lot of things. Because students get to know each other from their freshman year, and they do classes together all the way through their senior year, and they have about the same faculty that are around. They all get to know each other and the dynamics and everything, and they can trust each other. There's an environment to really grapple with kind of hard questions and big ideas. And so students become really comfortable, and that kind of bleeds out into the social, atmosphere. That's not to say that the Honors College monopolizes your time. That's another question I get of, am I going to be able to do anything else? And we have Honors College students that are all over campus. I myself was involved in student government a lot, and residence hall activities. We have students that are athletes. We have students that are musicians and in theater and chorale and residence life. I mean, they're all over campus. The Sojourn, the newspaper. And so I always tell students it's your time to participate in as much or as little as you want. I mean, this is your time to kind of recreate what you want to do, what you're passionate about, what God's calling you to do with your college career. And so